What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I got transformed by the one and only Miss Fame. Hi.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm so excited to be able to paint you again.
I can't believe it. He painted me last year, and it was one of my most viewed pictures ever on Facebook when I posted it. So I'm like, okay, you gotta come back. You're about to see him do a full transformation from start to finish. So saddle up, grab some Starburst and a Red Bull, and get ready. Can't wait.
I'm priming your eyelid using my go-to product for the lid for a shadow, which is Paint Pot Painterly. I'm gonna mix a lip liner by MAC. It's magenta and Makeup Forever product. I don't know the color of this. 11L. I don't know if it's eye or lip. It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. It's makeup, girl. Fine. I do this because I like to map out what I'm creating, and I learned this from like the classic painters of our time. So you can just see it's a little bit of structure. It doesn't need to be perfect because we're gonna blend it. Now the reason I put this product on first is because this won't dry. This will blend, it can move around. This, on the other hand, anytime you see a pencil that has black wood, usually that means that it's a long wear product and it's gonna dry on the skin immediately, so it doesn't have blendability. It goes on and it starts to lock in immediately. Lay this down and then blend it as soon as I can, so I don't get that tacky, dry effect on a long wear liner. And I find it important to even blend that first step. Like, you really want to make things look good as you go along, because the better you take care of that makeup as you progress through it, the final product is just gonna like look phenomenal. Okay, so we're just gonna take the product off the back of my hand on a loaded brush and then smudge through. So we got these eyes blended ever so stunningly. And once you overlay this over the top of the color that's already existing, it's gonna just complement. They're gonna be very pretty together. And if anything falls out, because I am using glitter and I'm using a lot of color, we're going to take a makeup wipe and clean right underneath the eye and keep it very simple. That's all. It doesn't have to be a big ordeal. Yeah, people freak out. They're like, oh my god. Using sketch eyeshadow, you can buy this. It still exists. It has not been discontinued. And a smaller shading brush by the same company. Basically, we'll primarily use the Cosetti brushes today because I'm familiar with them and I've got very comfortable with them. I'm just putting a little bit of black to anchor down the outer corner of the eye, but this black isn't just an ordinary black. It has a little bit of blue in it, so it feels with the cooler story. And I'm getting this fantasy behind me, so unintentionally that's helping me create a color story for you.
Now you're about to start your journey of teaching makeup classes.
I am. I'm going to be all over the US. I'm tempted to go to Brazil. I haven't said that one yet, but Brazilians love makeup and they love queens.
I'm coming with.
This is pure white right here. This is like a 100% full coverage foundation powder. Mm-hmm. Now I never get to play with this because I don't even have this in my kit. I'm going to blend that, but the fact that it
can get that.
Like, I didn't have to do anything. I'm not even trying. I have to reach back for more product as I reach back for more product. So, I'm mixing, this is it helium?
It's helium, yeah. Helium matte pigment.
It's this beautiful pink. That's so good. And I mixed it with the clear liquid glitter base. I've never tried it.
Lip Cosmetics.
Tried it out.
Unreal.
Okay, so we need to create a little impact reading on camera. This is also really good to redefine your socket line when you really want that precision lid. That's more ideal for somebody that's recreating an eyelid that doesn't have a giant eyelid. A little product, I'm just gonna press over the top with more pigment. I'm just trying to get as much on there as possible.
Ooh, yes.
Your eyelid's gonna be my
like diamonds.
Chin up slightly. I'm just going to press it down a little bit further, right on the center of the eye. So a little quick and dirty pro tip: when you're doing a smoky eye and you have fallout, use a makeup wipe of your liking. I'm using the back wipes right now, and I'm just going to fold it in half, create a nice strong line. I'm just going to go along that extended shadow that I'm creating to get a really nice, precise shape. Okay, so basically I put a little bit of Telesis, which is a prosthetic glue, on the skin. I wiped with alcohol first, and then I put the tapes with Telesis on the backing so that they have more long wear. And then I take a little alcohol and I wipe around the edges so that you don't get any patchy glue through the foundation. So those are on. I'm just going to use a theater primer. This is Cinema Secrets. Silicone based. Your skin really is fantastic, so you make makeup look good. And for people that struggle with maybe dare I say, pore size or texture. Using a silicone-based primer is just going to create a little bit more of a barrier and smooth those areas out so that you can go in with a heavier foundation. Now we're gonna try
The Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick.
it's like to me it's a medium to hold.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go here, throw some paint on it.
Oh, through the paint.
Through the paint. Ready?
This is just really natural look.
Yeah, really soft. So I'm just gonna use Beauty Blender, a brand new Beauty Blender.
Ha! Never been touched before.
Never been worn. And we're just gonna tap or stipple, whatever you want to call it, whatever makes you feel happy inside. So I flatten it and I get close to that edge, and we're good.
And we're blending.
This is the subtle beat. We're working in our beading process. I'm mixing these two products, Kevin Kwan SXL1 Sensual Skin Enhancer Heavy Duty Cream Concealer. And then I'm following through by adding a little bit of this TV paint stick, and I'm using a spatula. I'm going to scrape that product like so.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. And I'm mixing it on the back of my hand. And I'm going to use my little ring finger, and I'm going to bounce underneath the eye. I create a bit more of a triangle. I'll go right toward where we get a smile line, where Jeffree does not have a smile line.
Smile in ears.
Yes. So I'm just swiping the color at the center of the bridge, really no holds. So basically I'm creating that central.
And we're back to blending, people.
I fold it, I squeeze it like so, and then I go to the bridge. Because if you keep it very wide, it's going to blow out that highlight.
Yeah.
Okay, contour. We're gonna stipple. This is TV paint stick. I'm using a lot of Krylon. This is all drag makeup today, like heavy duty, bulletproof, going in hard. And we're gonna just lightly apply. We're gonna carry from the top of the ear. And your natural bone structure, when the brush lifts off, is when I flick it out, it lifts off from like the center of your eye. And that's where the contour wants to lay on your face for me. Like, that's how I contour. One of my favorite tricks to minimize the size of a chin is to do a little bit of a diamond shape. That little V right there is going to just create this tiny little pinched canvas. And then the nose. You have a very narrow nose. So I do this because I do it on myself. I want people to see the trickery. So I do the sides of the nostrils because when I blend it out, it makes it super pinched. So if you have a wide bridge, that's the best way to get it narrowed. And also, what is this called? The width of a nose. Basically, if your nose is a bit wide at the nostril area, this is going to get a nice pinched finish.
And now we're just blending.
So I'm setting the face. First, your highlights with a custom blend of NARS Loose Powdered Snow mixed with Super White by Midnight. So basically, I'll take this is another City brush. I love the shape of this brush, and I'm using it under the eyes and just on all the highlighted spots. All right, I'm gonna take that product on a powder puff, and I'm just going to beat. This is just kind of establishing longevity in this face because those creamy foundations actually move around on the face if they're not set properly, and then you end up getting like a hot spot that shines or creasing. So I'm just cutting those cheekbones.
We're baking. So now we're using the Banana powder.
So I'm going to use a set of contour. And I use a big stippling brush, and I'm just going to tap that right to the foundation to lock everything down. Yeah, we're using the Kevin Kwan sculpting powder. Thank you.
Which looks like this.
It's like
it's
really impressive. So I'm just gonna dust this one on the hairline. I'm just going in and I'm cutting the cheekbone further. So I'm gonna take a medium to small eye shading brush, using the Kevin Kwan lightly, like very light-handedly. Because when you get a little heavy-handed or if the shading is, if this is too dark, it'll get really hard to work out after the fact. You're like, okay, my nose is like two handlebars in prison. And then we're going to just dust the tip of the nose, and almost like what I did with the chin. That kind of triangle, I'm doing that right here, the sides of the nose. And I do the sides of the nostril too. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing with a smaller brush to create a little bit more definition. What's happening?
I'm giggling.
You giggling?
And I'm so burnt out how I'm giggling so much.
We're mixing two shades.
The matte shimmering white.
Yeah, this is discontinued, so good luck. You could use a white eyeshadow if you really want to get creative. And this one is number 113 by Make It Forever. It's a powder foundation. It's fantastic. So I'm mixing them evenly, going underneath the eye, and you're just going to go and reiterate the highlights of the face. You really want to just make it bulletproof. So you can go down the side of the nose and create more definition. When you contour, keep your contours high and tight. Like a good military babe or Yas in Hell's Kitchen.
Amen, sister.
Thank you. And also, put a little bit of the white where the nostrils are, and that's going to give like a little light. Let's say your nose is literally the size of a small mouse. Hi, hand.
What brand is that?
El Maquillage. El Maquillage is you know El Maquillage.
Yeah.
I'm mixing the shadow we used on your lid with a little pinky blush from El Maquillage. So we're going to just try and do a really seamless. Do you wear blush?
Yeah. I do it lightly under my contour sometimes.
Under my eyes. And then I'm going to blend it out a little bit because blush is one of those things. You can get really heavy-handed real quick. And you're like, whoa, babies. All right, let's highlight. Oh, as a makeup artist, I love new things. So tell me about this product.
This is my highlighters that are coming out in a few months. They're called Skin Frost.
You are going in. I think you had mentioned you could wear it, put it on the eye by a wet application as well. Is this true?
It is. You wet the brush. Oh my god. He's mixing a lavender shade with Princess Cut, the pink metallic one that I used in my neon tutorial a while back.
It's catching the light
low,
the back,
shimmer that cheek. The formula is very buttery. It's like,
yeah, it has bounce to it.
Oh, brilliant pack on that highlighter. Holy shit.
Well, I've never used the product before, so let's dust her out a little bit.
Is it brow time?
It's brow time. This always helps. And people are like, oh my god, get it now.
Right.
You know? I'm using Oak Lip Liner by MAC Cosmetics. And I'm just going to, and I like it because it creates this fleshy tone like brown or blonde brown. I like to gradiate the shading of it out, so I'll leave it a little bit brighter on the inner corner so it doesn't create a harsh line, since I'm all about blending all these little things really, really seamlessly. Now I'm going to set them using, you can use any neutral beige shadow that's light. And this is just going to set and hold everything in place. Okay, I'm going to use a little concealer.
I was wondering what that was.
To get this carved out right here. Use this Anastasia brow pencil. Brow brush. Brow brush. Okay, so a little pro tip, as you know, put white powder underneath your eyes if you're concerned to fall out. I just experienced it and I do not want to mess with this makeup. It needs to be beautiful. Just gonna work that shadow right underneath the lash line and connect it to the storyline that's happening above. I'm going to use a smaller shading brush again with a little bit more of a deeper shade of violet right underneath the lashes. And then another smaller brush. This is pretty flat, so I can create a bit of a line with it. I'm going to take Makeup Forever Aqua Liner in number 11, which I use quite often. It's one of my favorite colors. I'm going to define the lid.
That's a tattoo liner trooper.
There we go. And right underneath. Now just drawing in a very fine black line. Okay, we put some mascara on this lash, and I'm going to highlight the inner corners of your eyes. I usually use a pigment, but this time I'm going to use glitter glue. And this happens to be Heavy Metal by Midnight Cowboy. We got more Midnight Cowboy! Putting a beauty mark on your face. What a coincidence. I have an album called Beauty Mark available on iTunes. Ding! I like doing this little trick because, you know, an iconic beauty always has to leave her mark. Cute! It just means like it's the mark of fame. So we're going to do the lips. We're going to just mix these two products as a base because I want more gradation in color. guess what we're doing? I'm using liquid lipsticks on camera for the first time.
Are you really?
I am. I'm a classic like lipstick, liner, and gloss girl.
Okay.
But for this, I really wanted to play with the product, so.
He chose Blow Honey and I'm Nude, which is an amazing combo.
Let's do it. Let's see how it works. I'm really concentrating this color on the outskirts of the lip. It's so full coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to try to keep everything in the center bright.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to use the Black Eyelash Glue Duo. These are from Alcone, alcone.com. 300 and 300T. I use them on Miss Fame every time, and sometimes I add a bigger lash if I want to go more dramatic. Make sure that there's a bend, so fold it a little bit so that they don't get wonky. And I always lift the outer corner of the lash because I want it to create more elevation, so I'm not trying to go with the natural shape of the eye. For the final product, it's really important that you keep lifting everything, that the liner and every application is about elevation. And I go back and forth. I'll do the left, the right, vice versa. And then you just kind of work by pinching and pushing and making sure they're anchored down and elevated. And we're just going with Fascinating. You use this.
Definitely go-to.
I'm going to spray you with some Severe Up in Here Marble, which is what you use to go underwater and make your makeup not come off.
It's straight up marble, a tough film forming barrier to seal theatrical makeup.
So you can hold tight.
Wow, you guys, I've never heard of this. So I'll be buying 20 of these once he leaves my house. Thank you.
Thing, what are we doing? I'm just grabbing the shortest one with one of the other end adapters, and I'm going to pull as much as your face will allow me to. Oh,
Hi.
they're like, yes, facelift. That's just from my grandma. Yes, go
Right. Alright guys, this is the final finished Miss Fame creation.
It took a minute, but we got there. Isn't it gorgeous?
I can't breathe.
I can't think.
Like, I feel like I'm dead. I'm dead.
You are so good. I love looking at this face. It was a pleasure to meet you again.
Thank you.
We should do this more often.
Honestly,
I can do this often.
you want to move in?
Yeah, there's a room available for me?
Yes.
Below me?
Yes.
I love creating this color story. I've not worked with this specific family of color, and look at it. It's like, it's cohesion. It's from the lid, it's down to the cheek, and it's brought to the lip. I got to play with your products today. I did add a little bit of gloss because I'm a gloss girl personally, but I'm not afraid of going matte now. And your lipsticks are off the motherfucking hook.
Thank you so much for painting me.
You're welcome.
I can't get over it. I'm gonna go stare at myself in the mirror, so replay this and replay this.
Right.
We love you guys. Bye.